Hello and welcome to My Xbox and Me, episode whatever, because it's E3 2019, baby. The hype is here. We have just watched the whole Xbox showcase of 2019. I am one of your hosts, MC Fixer, also known as Corey, alongside the man, the myth, the legend, Too Fresh Kresh, aka Kreshnik. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good.
The name, don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about it.
It throws me off every time you say it. I'm gonna be honest.
Don't worry about it.
Like
E3 is upon us, dude.
Yeah.
This is the official post-show for E3 2019. Xbox has just brought the heat. Before we dive into the run of show, breaking it down, of a scale of 1 to 10, how did you like this show?
A 10.
Whoa!
Yeah. I think it's a 10.
Damn. A
I
10?
think it's a 10. Yeah.
You can't just talk about it. Why?
So I started the show.
Summarize it in, yeah.
I started the show. I had a huge smile on my face. I think the show was an hour 35 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
I think for like 15 minutes, I didn't have a huge smile on my face.
Okay.
I enjoyed every moment of it. And even like the moments that weren't really for me, they came and went so quick.
Okay.
That it's kind of like whatever. It never like dipped in the lull. It was constant like hype, constantly,
Yeah.
enjoying myself. And quite a few things came out of like left field that I just didn't expect.
Such as, oh wait,
Fantasy.
We'll get to it.
We'll talk
Sorry,
about
I
it.
know
Okay.
we're jumping ahead. All right, I'm probably more at I'd say I'll go 8.
Okay.
Not that I thought it was brilliantly paced. I thought it had something for everybody. I would have liked a little bit more gameplay from a lot of things.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair.
For something that is obviously gameplay focused, I would have liked to have seen more gameplay for many things.
Okay.
Other than that, the console, I would have loved to have seen the console.
Yeah. The whole time I thought they were like spinning around and getting ready to show
it.
And
then
it was
the white. I was like, oh,
the Scarlet Project, and I'm like, oh man.
But yeah, I don't think they did a great job of explaining what Project xCloud is. Still, it's something. We'll get to it, I'm sure. We will get to it, but I don't quite think that it was for me not a 10. And let's break it down of why. So the show opened with a cool sizzle reel of all the Xbox first party titles, and then boom, we open up with Outer Worlds, releasing October 25th. We already knew this. Coming to all platform, PlayStation, Xbox, PC. What do you think of this game? Obviously, this is some Fallout Bethesda team working on this.
Yeah.
It looks like Fallout in space. That's pretty much what the game looks like.
Yeah. I want to say that it does, like the character models and everything looks very Fallout. The gun designs, the designs of everything,
Mm-hmm.
but the gunplay, the little bit we saw, which wasn't a whole lot, but we did see a little bit gunplay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Looked 10 times better than anything we've gotten in Fallout.
So, I was a little bit, I don't think taken back by it, but like I was a little bit upset with the graphics. I thought it was going to look like, I knew what I was getting. I know what type of game it is. I know the team doing it. But when I look at a Fallout game, I never think, oh, this looks beautiful. Ever. And this looked better, but it still doesn't look the way I want it to look. If that makes sense. I want quality looking graphics. The characters don't look like real human beings and stuff like that. Okay. And I get, for the scale of what this game is and what they're going to be going for, it's going to be very, very, very hard to get that. But we are at that next place where I want games to be elevated that step further. And that's what I was hoping for. Especially considering they said this is a lot shorter than a Fallout experience as well. So I was hoping they were going to probably draw back on the open worldness and give us quite a beautiful, narrative-driven Fallout type game. So I liked what I saw. Don't get me wrong. Still a day one buy for me, if I'm honest with you. It looks better than any of the Fallout games that I've played, which is only I pay a little bit of free for. But I'm still not fully in. As much as I'm going to play it for work, but if this was Corey Spearman and not MC Fixer, I don't think I'm fully sold yet.
So you don't think you'd pick it up?
Not off of that showing, not from what we saw today. I wouldn't.
Okay.
I wouldn't. Yeah, no. What about you?
Yeah, I actually this like sold me more than I did when I first saw it, because the gameplay, like for me, the big thing about Fallout is like the world's cool and all this stuff. You make choices and everything.
Yeah.
But the gunplay in Fallout is just
not good.
Not good.
No.
It's not good at all. And this looked at least promising. Granted, we didn't see a lot of gameplay, and we definitely need to see more gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
But this is definitely a good sign for me, at least.
Okay. Moving on, because there was plenty to talk about here. Ninja Theory pops up with a game that I wasn't expecting. A multiplayer 4v4 melee focused, going into alpha the 27th, I've got down, of this month, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. You can sign up today, I think they said.
I believe so. And it's called Bleeding Edge. This looked... Go on.
I just wanted to put a quick note that they also mentioned that they have quite a few games in development, multiple games.
Yeah, they did say that. But this is one of them. What did you think of this at first glance?
I liked it. I thought it looked very cool. It looked Overwatchy, I guess, where you play heroes. They have supers. You could tell that there were certain abilities that were supers and whatnot. 4v4 arena, it seems like. I can't think of a game that is quite like this, an arena third person
4v4
melee game. Yeah.
I think the big thing here is it's melee focused, right? It's not guns. It's something different, which is cool. 4v4, not 5v5. Probably easier to balance as well. I like the look of it. Again, it's one of these ones where I was like, I would have liked to have seen more gameplay. Like, I need to see what I'm actually doing. As much as the trailer was hype and cool, there's an alpha come in and things of that nature, but I needed to see gameplay. That's what I need. I need that gameplay. I need something to sink my teeth in. I need to know how it controls. And unfortunately, we didn't get any of that from this trailer.
Yeah, I will agree with that. I want to mention about the gameplay. Like, originally, I thought it would be fine because it seemed like they were going through a lot of games, but they didn't even fill up the whole 2 hours.
No, it wasn't 2 hours.
They probably could have thrown in a little bit more gameplay for some of the games.
Yeah, but, I think it's one of those ones where it's like if there's gameplay there. So obviously, like Outer Worlds, I think we should have saw more gameplay there. Especially that game's coming this year. We know there's something they could have shown. If this is an alpha, there's gameplay there. They could have shown it. I'm guessing it's rough, hence why it's in alpha.
Probably.
It's not ready to be shown like that.
Yeah.
So I
think even something they probably could have like thrown together, even if it's not like fully indicative of what the
problem is. You don't want to show too much, and then it look crap, and then people go, "Oh, that game that looked crap."
Yeah.
Everyone remembers the first time they see it, and the hype trailer they did was a great hype trailer. So I get where they're coming from. I totally get where they're coming from. Moving on, we got to Ori and the Will of the Wisp. New trailer, more gameplay, and it's coming February 2020, which was actually shocked. I thought that was coming this year. Yeah.
Did they say 2019 last year?
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know if it was more a thing we just get. We sort of went.
It might be that case. That was
like, we're getting Gears and we're getting Ori. Cool. That's what we're getting.
Because I feel like I heard 2019 at some point, but I don't know if it was from one of us or something like that.
Probably one of us, mate. If I'm being honest with you. Have you played Ori before?
No. So neither of us. Every time I see this gameplay, I'm like, I should go back and play Ori 1. I should go back and play Ori 1. So the game looked really good. The game's fucking gorgeous.
Yes.
The way they especially like deal with lighting and stuff like that in the world is really amazing and really gorgeous and unique to the game. I'll probably play Ori 1. The more I see this, the more I'm like, gotta play Ori 1 at some point. So
yeah, definitely. It was a lot of fun. I really liked what I saw. It definitely made me want to go play number 1 now. It's in Game Pass, and it's like, I've got to go do that. I'm doing that game a disservice by not playing it. So I need to right that wrong. I've
heard nothing but like amazing things about that game as well.
Yep. Me too. It's just one of those ones where it's like, I'll get to it, and then I never get to it. I'm like, I've heard such good things.
I wish I played it. Yeah. I wish I played it. And then at some point you get too late where it's like, well, I wish I played it, but there's so many other games to play.
Exactly. I think that's something I want to get better at as well. Like, oh, I've got nothing to play. Yes, you do. You've got plenty to play. But you just need to go find it and download it and have it there.
And actually play it and start it.
Face. Yeah, type situation.
Honestly, like, one of the hardest things about playing games sometimes is just like, especially games that you don't necessarily buy but you get through Game Pass or something, is actually like willingness to load it up, because it's always there. It's like I could play that whenever. I can
play it anytime. That happened to me with Brothers. It was in Game Pass and I was like, I'll play it when I get around to it, and then it's now not in Game Pass and I'm like, damn, you idiot. But yeah, next up we had probably my game of the show, if I'm honest with you.
Really,
dude, this come out of nowhere. Minecraft Dungeons. It's a Minecraft dungeon crawler game, 4 players. It looked amazing.
Yeah. I don't think anybody expected this. Minecraft meets Diablo.
No.
Nobody.
No.
Like, dude, people were messing around with like Minecraft MMO and stuff like that. So when I saw this, I was like, maybe this is a Minecraft MMO. That'd be cool. But I think this is so much more interesting.
Anything that I can play in Game Pass as well, as I said, anything that I can play that I can get me and 4 friends to jump in, and it is relaxing. Minecraft is amazing. It is an amazing, relaxing game. If you're telling me I can get me and 3 other friends together and we can go on this dungeon crawling epic adventure for loot, and it's chilled. Like, don't get me wrong, Diablo's probably amazing. I've not played it, but Diablo's probably amazing, and a bunch of other dungeon crawlers. But a chilled version of that.
Yeah, there's also, like, you have to remember your connection with Minecraft. You love Minecraft.
I love Minecraft. So. Built a lot of my career today. Well, my numbered career through Twitch. Why have I got so many followers? Because I played Minecraft. And yeah, obviously I've got I wasn't early on the train, but when it comes to Xbox, I've put a lot of hours in, and I can see myself putting a lot of hours into this.
Yeah, especially if like they have a good table for content, which they do with Minecraft. To be fair, it's just we don't keep up with Minecraft.
No, exactly. I mean, they've got a great world there already, so all they've got to do is keep updates coming, keep content coming, and that could be a game that could go on for a long, long time again. This is the perfect game for father-son, mother-son, anyone who wants to get their kids into gaming. This looks like the perfect type of game.
Yeah, so I agree.
I love that. I don't know if it's couch co-op or not, but even if it's not...
I think it did say.
Probably. You would have thought so. I may have just missed it. I mean, I'm down writing and trying to react, and it's a whole...
I'm pretty sure at the end it mentioned co-op, couch co-op, and online.
I mean, this could definitely... I put a star next to it, so this could definitely be my game of the show. There's a couple others, though. I'll admit, there's a couple others. Phil Spencer then came out and said that they were showing 60 games, 14 of which were first party, and 34 of them would be launching in Game Pass day and date of the release. Then we got a new look at the Star Wars trailer, Star Wars Fallen Jedi. I like this trailer a lot, but I definitely think that I'm glad I saw the full 15 minutes of footage I saw yesterday, because it was like, okay, this is really cool, this looks really amazing, but I want to see the gameplay, and that's what we got to saw yesterday. The game yesterday was 15 minutes of strict gameplay, what you're going to be doing in the game, how it works, and then you had this, which was a bit more, and these are the other things you're going to be doing, and these are the other things you're going to be fighting, these are the other things, and who the character is, and he's a new Jedi, and all that. It for someone who doesn't give a crap about Star Wars, I care about this game, and I think that's testament to the Star Wars world, obviously, being amazing, but the way Respawn make games. Just watching the gameplay and then the world, and you're like, okay, this is really cool. This is really cool.
My only thing is I have one gripe with the gameplay, and it's that it seems a little slow, but I don't know if that's purposeful for them to like show off the mechanics and stuff like that. That's what I'm assuming as well, because it looks like it has... Though. Yeah, no, you're right.
From the way I'm looking at it, I'm not expecting a quick paced Star Wars game. It looks a little bit more meticulous. It's not just spam. It's slow down, use your forces, use your abilities, You'll obviously use your lightsaber at the right time, do the right moves. It looks like there's a lot you can do with those abilities as well. I think it's meant to be played in that way. It's not...
right.
I remember Star Wars Jedi battles back on the PS1, and that's just, do you know what I mean? That's just run in, tap, 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 pap, 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 everyone's dead, quick, sprint onto the next bit. That doesn't seem like what this game is. This is very much purposeful, slower, telling a great story, building out a great world, and it seems like it makes sense from what we've seen so far.
Yeah. My only issue with the slowness is like sometimes they'll pick somebody up, and instead of doing something with that right away, because I understand the meticulousness, but there's nothing meticulous about having a guy hang there for about 1 or 2 seconds when you can do something in that time.
Yeah, I think it's just to show off the game.
Right. That's what I'm assuming. So I'm not really holding it against it, but that's still something.
Yeah.
But every time I see this game in anything, it's sort of like I get more and more excited for it.
And again, you're not a Star Wars fan either.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm just like you.
Yeah.
Never
gone
gone to Star Wars. I don't really mess with it. But gameplay looks really solid.
A good game's a good game. It doesn't matter what world it's in. If it looks like a good game, and that's what the power of gaming is, if it's a good game, then perfect.
It's a good game. Yep.
Simple. There's no argument here for that when it comes to, for me anyway. Then we move on to Blair Witch, which I got super excited about because I thought it was Resident Evil 8.
Really?
For a second, because the guy looked like Ethan in the car. I was like, oh my god, is this Resident Evil 8? Like, no fucking way. And then I was like, okay. And then I thought it was Outlast 3.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, okay, maybe it's Outlast. And then obviously it come up that it was Blair Witch. It looked, you know me, survival horror is my
it looked
genre.
like right up your alley.
Love survival horror games. It looked really cool, very dark and gritty and scary. That's a lights off. Me and Haley play that game in the dark with headphones on and scare each other type game. Like literally. I'm not sure how I feel about the camera. Because I'd never liked that in Outlast 1 either, the whole camera thing. But if it's done well and it plays well, I've got no problem with it.
I agree. I like the sort of like the replay mechanic, which was kind of like, I guess not really a running theme, but we saw it again later in the conference with another game. Yeah. I thought that was cool. The game looked solid. The game looked like creepy setting and everything, and it's like not my game. Not for me, but it was cool. It wasn't a lull period because I was still interested when I watched it, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
So
exactly. Then we got CD Projekt Red popped up. That shows a large chunk of story about the game. No actual gameplay, but we've seen something we've seen a lot of gameplay already. So you don't really need it. So that's kind of like I said at the start of the show. I wish there was more gameplay, but Star Wars didn't need that gameplay and this. It was like, I already know what these games are, so it's kind of cool to get a little bit more story. It's obviously building the world and what's going on, and there's definitely... This game is very aggressive, it's very angry, which I love, and they do not shy away from it in its marketing, which is amazing. But I at least got a sense of, there's raw emotion here, where his friend is clearly just... I don't know if he's actually dead, because this world, I generally think it might just be take his computer chip and stick it in another body. Like, you just don't know.
Right.
But it seemed cool. It seems like there's some emotion there. And obviously the trailer goes into a different place. It gets super... 1 minute it's kind of lighthearted and cool and fuck yeah, we did it. And then the next minute it's, oh my god, you're dead. And then the next minute it's, I'm trapped in this bath. I'm cleaning myself of my friend's blood. And then obviously you knew the twist was coming, and he just goes fucking ham and chops that person in half with his fucking Wolverine weird arms popping out. You're like, oh my fucking god, it's crazy. It's just amazing. It looked great. What did you think of what you saw?
It looked fantastic. There was a little bit of gameplay where you saw a new whip weapon. That looked cool. And then, it ends probably on like the most hype thing ever,
which is,
we see my boy Keanu Reeves. Boy, I was fucking freaking out.
Dude, I was going crazy.
Freaking out. And then they pan out to the fucking stage, and the doors open and smoke's coming out. I'm like, is Keanu Reeves there?
It was crazy, because I said while I was reacting, I was like, celebrities are finally fucking getting it. That games are an important art form, and games are interesting, and games matter. And when you get the right celebrities for the right games, which we've proven with like Crackdown 3, wasn't That's no
Right.
fault of Terry Crews's, but when you slap something on, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
When you have something from the ground up built for a specific person, which it seems like, I'm not going to say it definitely is, but it seems like this may be, you're like, you see him in game,
Yeah.
you're like, oh my fucking God, and then you see him talk about it, you're like, all right, I get it, you're paid to be here, but you could easily phone this one in and be like, yeah, not reacting to the crowd, not
He
sort of
was
taking
in
a
the
step
crowd, man.
back.
He was like,
No, but do you get what I mean? Like, not taking a step
Yeah,
back and stuff like that. I think it was a big statement. And to have him come out, there was no... I would have liked a dev to come out and told, to be honest with you, but I get it. It's like, okay, we've got this great game, we've got this great celebrity, go sell it. And for him to come out and talk about the release date, huge. Huge. Obviously, release date, 16th of the 4th, 2020. Not this year, unfortunately, Crash.
yeah, I know. The more we got on, they showed Keanu Reeves, and he's like, let me announce today. I was like, it might actually be this year. And then I saw the day, and I'm like, oh man, fuck.
Do you think it gets delayed?
No, I don't think so. No.
Fair enough.
Do you think it gets delayed?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, you do.
I
You
don't know,
do.
man.
The I don't know means he does.
I don't want to
Thinks
talk
he
about
gets
it.
delayed. Yeah.
Next up, we had a Game Pass game, which was... I didn't get it all. Did you get it? Spiritfarer?
I missed this name.
Okay, yeah, I think it's Spiritfarer. I can't even remember it, so it can't be that important if I'm being honest with you. Unfortunately, sorry. Next up was Battletoads. The beat 'em up. It looked like each person had like different class type thing. Is that what that was? Or...
Yeah, it looked they were like each a little bit unique, but I don't know if they were having each character do a certain move. Because before, like every character, I think, if I remember correctly, did the same moves. They were just different colors and whatnot.
Got ya.
So this one maybe they added more uniqueness to the characters. I'm not entirely sure.
What did you think of Battletoads?
Be honest.
Yeah.
I'll be fully honest. I don't know if I like that art style.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Really?
But I don't know if it's like a case of like the way I thought about it before I saw it was like I had Battletoads in my head, and then I see that and I'm like,
this is Battletoads, dude.
Is that Battletoads? I don't think so. But
that's not my
I like the gameplay I saw. So maybe it might just be like taking time to adjust to it.
I hear that.
But,
so not a huge one for you then. You weren't flipping out.
You kidding me? I was still flipping out.
The E3 hype train's got you, bro. Okay. Cool. Moving on, we had the Legend of Wright, which looked amazing.
Yeah.
This was the drawing. I was gonna say drawing book. That's what I wrote down in my notes.
Adventure thing.
Adventure through drawings, and it's telling this weird story where he's going through, but it's not just in a book, and it's pop-up books, and it's just like it looked just crazy. Like the art style looked fantastic.
Yeah.
Like
so 100%.
different. So I don't know the right word. I'm gonna say it wrong. Innovative? No, I'm saying it wrong. It's in my head, but I can't say it right. Don't worry about it. I'm dumb. It looked amazing. I was shocked when I was watching. Like, damn, this is a video game. This is a video game that usually I wouldn't care about. But when you do something that different and distinct, and you throw a mark, like, damn, I've got to sit there and appreciate what this is.
Yeah, I agree.
One for you. Will you pick that up? Do you think?
That's on Game Pass, I think. No,
I believe so.
Yeah, I'll play it on Game Pass.
I
don't know if I'd pick it up.
Fair enough. Then we got a sizzle reel for a bunch of Idea Xbox games. You had games like the Lord of the Rings card game. You had, I think, Gangbang was shown, After Party, a few other bits and bobs. You know what it's like with these sizzle reels, like
Yeah.
you can't catch them all unless you go back and watch it, which was cool. But Idea Xbox doing a great job of bringing over indies, giving them dev kits, and helping them self-publish on Xbox. So that is dope. Then we got, is it Sarah Bond came out and talked about Game Pass?
Yes.
Yeah, and then she announced that we had Batman, Arkham Knight going in Game Pass, Metro Exodus, Hollow Knight, and the Borderlands, the Handsome Collection, all going in Game Pass today.
Yeah.
How did that get you? Do you like that?
Yeah, I was freaking out for the Metro Exodus because I didn't get a chance to play it yet, so I
Yeah,
didn't get a chance to pick it up. So I'm pretty excited.
perfect.
That's like, okay, that's
So
perfect for me.
I wonder if that means it didn't sell as well as they were hoping.
Yeah, I'd
You
guess
gotta
that's the
think so,
case.
right? Surely.
Yeah,
Like, because
because like
that
I
game's just
remember
come out. Really,
that game had a
really.
ton of hype before it came out, and then it comes out and it's like nobody's
I
really
mean,
talking about it.
Press liked it. I didn't like it personally, which was my own fault because I should have went and played the previous games. That's the only reason, not because
Yeah.
the world isn't great and the gameplay isn't great. Just from a story perspective, I was like, oh, these characters have they have relationships that I don't know about, and I kind of want it. I kind of want to know what those relationships are. And then carry on talking about Game Pass. Then we announced Game Pass to PC, with it saying there's, I believe I heard this right, and I might not have. I think they said there was 100 games, and then there was
100 plus games there.
100 plus games and unique games just for PC.
I don't know if that meant that PC Game Pass games are separate from console.
They are. So I'm gonna break it down.
If a game's on console, it's not going to be on PC as well.
No. Sorry. So what I think let's do that and then we'll go into it. So Game Pass, PC Game Pass is its own thing. It's separate to Xbox Game Pass. But if you own the Ultimate Game Pass Ultimate, which is your Xbox Live and your Game Pass, you get everything in one pack. So it means you don't have to buy it twice.
Yeah.
So, and then they announced that Football Manager, I fucking freaked out, bro. Football Manager at Xbox stage. Let's go. Let's go.
Someone called that. Who called that? Shout out to
someone them. Someone did. I think it was Football Manager and there was a couple other games.
Yeah, there was 2 other games. I don't remember the 2 other games. I don't think they were really
Total
that.
War. I think one of them was Total War and there was another one, but I missed it. But you're getting unique PC experience games on Xbox. And that is huge.
On Game Pass. I don't think that's on
on Game Pass. Yeah. PC Game Pass, yeah.
Yeah, that was...
Ultimate Game Pass available now on for open beta today for PC. So I'm sure there'll be a few problems, but they'll definitely working on it. What else we got? Then we had the Microsoft Flight Sim, which looked gorgeous. Yeah. I mean, watching it was really fun. Not a game for me. I love simulation games, but no, thank you.
Yeah.
No, thank you. Not
I mean,
for me.
It's for some people out there. Not everything is going to be for all of us.
Again, there's very little that's for everyone. But yeah, I definitely get it. I mean, if you've got the IP, you have the means, you have the tech, you have the maps, why not make this? This is I guarantee this is stuff that can be put into VR very easily, and things of that nature. I'm sure people will play it. It's in Game Pass, so if it's easy G, I'm going. Easy 1,000, I'm there. I'm there.
Going back to achievement hunting.
I might, bro. I just might. Then we got Age of Empires Definitive Edition. What did you think of this?
Don't really care. It's not Age of Mythology. Bring back Age of Mythology.
Jeez, some people are never happy. I really like the look of it. True. I really like the look of it, to be honest with you. I mean, I've not played Age of Empire in many years. I even joked that should we do a save on the stream? Like maybe one day a week I'll come on and do it and learn the game again with chat. So maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't, but it's in Game Pass, so why the heck not check it out?
Yeah.
Then we got Wasteland 3, which was the turn-based game with it was sort of quirky, it seemed fun, based in Colorado. I wasn't sure exactly what it was at first, and I was like, Wasteland. Same. I didn't know this was what even this game was. It looked interesting, to be fair.
Yeah.
No, not for you?
Know.
I like the look of it, personally.
I like the gameplay, but the announcer kind of just like...
The old quirky man drinking, and you'll buy the first round. I liked it. Personally, I like the
you'll buy the first round part. That was...
There was one bit. That guy did a lot of talking. You liked one bit of it.
Yeah. Hey.
I mean, a man's got to do what a man's got to do. Mm-hmm. Next up, Matt Booty comes out and announces that Xbox have bought yet another studio, and it's the one and only Double Fine. Huge moment.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
No, it is definitely a huge moment. I don't I'm not a super fan of any of the Double Fine's games.
Okay.
So this does nothing for me. Not to take away from it.
I thought they did a great job of announcing it.
Well.
They brought Tim Schafer out, obviously. They had a little joke about him making all these stuff in these games, and he's just like, just make the games you love. I think they're trying to drive home to even more studios, to be honest with you.
We'll support you, and you can make whatever you want.
Make what you want.
Yeah.
We need content. Again, this comes down to
it was a good
content.
introduction to it. Yeah, it was a good introduction to like them buying them, and Tim Schafer, I think, played it off well and everything. So it was definitely good.
I mean, Xbox are just buying a lot of studios, and it's amazing. It's honestly amazing. Obviously, like I said, they need it. I wish it was more than one, and I wish IO, but beggars can't be choosers, and maybe IO wanted to stay independent. You'd never know. I'm sure the call happened. I'm sure it did. We then got the Psychonauts 2 trailer that looked interesting. I've never played a Psychonauts game because I wasn't an original Xbox fan. It looked like crazy and trippy and weird, and then I was like, oh, actually, cool, this looks kind of interesting, if I'm honest with you. You don't get many platformers nowadays, and not good platformers either.
Yeah.
So, if people are saying that Psychonauts is a good game, I'm going to check it out, because why not? Next up, we had Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker edition, Saga, which is all 9 films in a Lego Star Wars game. I love the Lego Star Wars. I love the Lego games, let me say that first of all. Because they do a great job of telling you a story and a Lego humor and things of that nature.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't for me because I'm not a Star Wars guy and I don't really care about all 9 films. But for people that love Star Wars, I'm sure this is just another great thing to have. The IP on. Star Wars make great games, so... Lego make great games, so...
Yeah.
Why the hell
I can't remember anybody saying, like, the last time somebody said a Lego game wasn't good.
Yeah.
Because they're always fun. They're always Lego games. They're always entertaining. It's just more so, do you care about the IP that it's attached to? Star Wars doesn't do anything for me, but even I was like, oh, that's really cool when it said all 9 games in one game experience. Or all 9 movies.
Films, all 9 films.
Yeah.
I'll let you take the next one. Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, dude.
Talk to me, because I was pretty lost, I'll be honest with you.
I was freaking out. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
Okay, what does that mean?
It's just Kakarot. That's Goku.
Goku's wait, what?
That's Goku's name. It's Kakarot. What do you always say? Explain that. No, it's Kakarot. His Saiyan name's Kakarot. His human name, because he's like Superman. He falls to Earth. His grandpa gets him. Oh, hey, what's up? I'm gonna name you Goku, and then he finds out he's Kakarot, and then he's saying, yada yada yada. You don't need to know the rest. His name's Kakarot. It's all about Goku. It's all about my boy Goku. We found out it's also the Frieza saga, so it's not just the Saiyan saga, it's the Frieza saga.
What does that mean?
More game. That's what it means.
It means more game?
They didn't really show gameplay. Like, they had
gameplay, but
they didn't really show, so you don't really know what it is. But I was hyped nonetheless. It was dope.
I mean, carry on, please. Carry on being hyped. I just, personally, I saw it was the RPG game that got, they rumored or they spoke about before.
Yeah, they announced it last year.
Yeah, I mean...
Was it at Xbox? I don't remember where they announced it. Was it last year? They announced it at some point.
I think it might have been this year. It actually might have been this year. Because I remember being like, oh shit, a Dragon Ball Z RPG. And then I was
I think we did talk it on
My Xbox and Me. And I think it was either from the games or My Xbox and Me, one of the two.
Oh, okay. It was one of them.
I don't know. The Dragon Ball Z just confused. No. I wanted to like it, but when I was watching it, I was just a bit like, what the fuck's going on? I knew that was Frieza. I was like, that's Frieza, guys. I know that because I used to watch a little bit of Dragon Ball Z. I know Goku, but like obviously the Kakarot, I didn't know that. I didn't know he fell from Earth like Superman. I didn't know he had a granddad. I'm sorry, I don't know any of that. Yeah. But he does. Congratulations for him.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll write you a whole biography.
Can we just get a YouTube video?
Dragon Ball Z universe.
Do you reckon I could watch a whole YouTube? There's got to be a video out there, right? Dragon Ball Z in 10 minutes.
Probably.
I'll watch it.
Dragon Ball story isn't like super complicated. Goku fights bad guy loses. Goku dies, sometimes comes back to life.
I was about to say Goku's died like 100 times, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I don't even know what the Dragon Balls do in Dragon Ball Z. But moving on. 12 minutes was shown, which was the story-driven, the same scenario playing out in many different ways. It captivated me. For a story-driven game, it looked top down. It it's a husband and wife, I assume. He's saying this scenario's already happened. I know what's going to happen. He's freaking her out because he's like, the man's going to come through the door. Boom, man comes. And then it shows them like hiding in the bathroom and doing this. I'm guessing you're going to be planning out this story where you're making the decisions, and at the end, you've got to try and convince her how to convince her that just to trust you. It didn't show like it showed gameplay, but then didn't show actually what you do in the gameplay.
Yeah, it showed moments.
Yeah.
That which is like a really big thing for this conference, where it shows moments of gameplay, but it doesn't really show
it. Yeah.
Which I wonder, because they have Inside Xbox tomorrow, if that means they'll have gameplay for some of this stuff at Inside Xbox.
That'd be interesting.
Which would be my assumption.
We'll find
but
out
I'm
tomorrow.
not really sure.
We'll find out tomorrow right here on twitch.tv/MCFixer and twitch.tv/GraceNick. Then we got Away. That looked, by the way, that was up there for Game of the Show for me as well.
It looked really good. It looked really interesting.
Yeah, really
a unique take on that. Yeah.
Yeah, really, really, really liked what I saw of that. Next was Away to the Woods. Do you remember this one?
Yeah, that's the deer one with the lights.
Oh, yeah, the Bambi game.
Yeah. Well, they were going through the subway, and I'm like, oh, it's Last of Us with deer.
Deer Simulator 2019. They didn't have a release date for that. It did nothing for me, but I'm not into those type of games.
It's that's for like very like there are people who are into those type of games. And
I said Prime would probably love it.
Yeah,
literally, I said Prime would probably love it. So I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, it's just not for me. Just not for me. I'm sure plenty of people will play it. I'm sure plenty of people will love it. Just not an MC Fixer game. Then we got the big one, which was Gears of War 5. Rod Ferguson come out. He spoke about some stuff. He said the Ultimate Edition you can play early, 4 days early, and I was very upset, Crash. I'll admit I was not happy because you remember me telling you. And then he said Game Pass, and I was like, I'm still not happy. I do not get this. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't understand why a story-driven game is coming out 4 days. You're not a sports game. I know sports games do this and things of that nature, but why? Why are they doing this? I'm not buying the Ultimate Pass again. They fucked us last time, big time.
Right. But just question, if it was multiplayer only that's early access, does this still bother you?
No.
Okay. All right. It's definitely story as well. I was just curious.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't bother me. But I just don't get it. Like, 4 days is not enough time anyway to really make me pay what it did last time, I'll be honest. But they effed us so bad with the Ultimate Pass that I was like, oh, okay, are we getting this again where I've got to grind like characters? I've still not got Coltrane and Gears of War 4.
To be fair, they didn't say Ultimate Pass. They said Ultimate Edition. So we don't really know what comes in that. If you get a pass this time or what.
I don't want to hear this bullshit.
I'm just trying to play.
You're just trying to be a bullshit, and I'm not listening.
I never bullshit.
You always bullshit. But they announced new modes, such as the Versus Arcade mode, which was like their hardcore professional-ish mode thing, I think.
No.
No?
It's a new game mode. They haven't said what it is.
It's just a new game mode.
Yeah.
Okay. I must have misheard that. They said more Horde mode, and then obviously the big one, which was the new Escape mode. Different classes I put. It looked like the woman had the knife. We didn't get anything else, but I was assuming.
Yeah, my assumption with that would be that it's similar to Horde mode characters, only in this Escape mode.
Got ya.
Because like they talked about Horde mode characters, certain characters having special abilities and whatnot. Yeah. So that just sounded to me like it would be the same thing with this.
Yeah, it looked like
I don't know if the characters are the same.
It kind of looked like to me it looked like an endless runner type situation. Like it's endless. You're gonna go through, do a scenario, move on to the next area, go through, do that scenario, go on to the next area.
I don't know if you noticed, but characters did have levels.
Oh, okay.
They were showing Xavier Woods on the screen. There was a level in a bar. So I'm thinking there's sort of a leveling mechanic. I don't know how deep or how much it will be, but you get rewarded for playing more. So maybe your character's getting new abilities.
What does that do for you? Because you're not the biggest Horde mode guy. You're very much a story and multiplayer guy when it comes to Gears.
Yeah, I like this. I don't like Horde mode because I don't like the idea of Horde mode is very much I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna down through waves. This feels like you are progressing through something, and if you're progressing your characters to be able to get farther and farther and
Horde mode, you progress.
Yeah, but it's not the same. I don't know. I can't it's not the same. It just
Mark my
don't
words,
hit right for
everyone.
me.
Chris will not like this mode for longer than a week.
You don't play Horde for more than a week.
Oh,
and you're a
how
Horde
dare
fan.
you? You're meant
You
to
don't
be
play
my
Horde
friend
more than a week?
because you won't play with me.
So it's my fault?
Me and Haley.
You
played.
have Haley?
We played longer than
Stu
we
would
played
play with
Halo.
you.
Stu doesn't like me like that.
Stu loves you.
It's a free
Don't say
player
that.
mode, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with that. It's
Yeah.
easier to get 3 people together. If it's like,
Than
oh, we've
4.
only got 3. Do you want to play? Do you want to play Escape instead of playing multiplayer? Cool. Why not?
Yeah.
Why the hell not? I see Asian in chat saying we've had this in Call of Duty. We've had this in lots of games. These type of modes. I think it's cool coming to Gears though. Like I don't see what the big deal is with it coming to a different game. I mean, Siege had their weird monster mode thing, and
Which was actually
plenty
not
of games
bad.
have had it. I don't think it's bad ever. Like I generally think it's cool to have more modes in games, and especially
Agreed.
I don't like the time stuff like with Siege. I hated it timed, so I'm glad they're putting emphasis on this and actually giving it some real love. If I'm being honest with you. Then we then dropped in, got this cool trailer of I've forgotten her name. It's in my tongue. It's there. What's her name? Kate. Of Kate and the different.
Oh, I love that.
That trailer was amazing.
It gave me chills.
Yeah, the Billie Eilish was playing in a super zombie. In my head, it sounded like zombified, like a sort of just ghostly type of.
Yeah.
The music was perfect. The trailer was amazing. Like her, clearly she's going through a lot. With the new information that she's got. I don't want to spoil it for people. I know the game's been out for ages, but still no need to. That she's got of her character, and you can see like Marcus, and you can see all these other people, JD, and other people. And it's like, damn, there's a lot going on there. And I really can't wait to see how it all plays out, if I'm honest with you. We got a story trailer, and then we got the Terminator being a pre-order character. Which I'm
that was cool. It fits in the,
Sure.
It fits.
Sure. Gears of War, bro. We love Gears. What did you think of what we saw?
Oh, I was super excited. We saw a new gun. We saw the whole knife ability thing, which looked cool. Yeah, I can't wait for this. I'm assuming we'll see more inside Xbox, hopefully. Actually, no, because they gave dates, rough dates.
I was about to say, so it's coming out September 10th, which we already knew. Because that got leaked a long time ago. But yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. I'm very much enjoying what I'm seeing.
Same.
Then we got Elite controller, brand new Elite controller, which I mean we knew this was rumored for a long time, but it was weird to just see it pop up here. I was like, oh okay, interesting. USB-C for it's 40 hours of 40 hours of battery life. What else they got here?
Rechargeable battery in the controller.
Rechargeable batteries in the controller. What else was there? More customization. You saw it like tightening the analog sticks and things of that.
Some more tension and stuff like that.
It looked like they fixed the stupid plastic crap on the back of them, so that doesn't come off now, which is super important. And 3 different profiles for 3 different games. I love the look of it. I mean, I was definitely someone was like, I would never pay £150 for a controller, which, for full transparency, I didn't pay for mine. I did not pay for my controller. It was sent to me by somebody who wanted to remain anonymous. But I'm definitely in for a new one. Maybe not at launch because probably money's going to be tight. Because money's always tight. But I would definitely do one. It's a tool for me. The way I look at it is like a work tool. I need to have it. I like the 3 different adjustments on the triggers now. For faster rate of fire and things of that nature. So yeah.
And having Bluetooth in it is nice as well now.
USB-C, Bluetooth, you can connect it to your PC very easy. Like, yeah. I've got so much written down, dude. It's crazy. Next up was Dying Light 2 with a spring 2020 release date.
Yeah.
It did nothing for me personally. And the problem is, I love the concept of Dying Light, but the wall running and all that gave me motion sickness when I tried to play it the first time.
Oh, okay.
So that's totally just wiped me out for Dying Light 2. So,
got it. The only thing this could have done for me, I was excited hearing Troy Baker and stuff like that. is if it had co-op, but they didn't show co-op. And the more I see this game, the more it seems like they're leaning away from co-op.
I mean, the first game had co-op. It wasn't like
Yeah.
drummed down on, but I mean, you can just play it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like I like the fact that he's infected and the whole bracelet
Yeah,
thing.
it gave an interesting like perspective for the game.
And we already know that it's like it takes place with you're not just killing zombies in this one. It's about how you're building up the repopulation and like the security of that world is sort of being heavy-handed, let's say, and your job, it seems, is to help make that decision if you're going to help this team or that team, and you can go against it and stuff like that.
Choose
with the
what's
choices
best
and
for
stuff.
the society. Yeah.
Exactly. So, I mean, I like the
nice.
idea of it. I might try it again, but again, if it gives me motion sickness, we out. Next up, we have Forza Horizon 4, which I was not expecting, with the Lego expansion coming this week. New events, new worlds, and it just looked dope. The trailer was dope. I really like the look of it personally. I get some people like in my chat were like, why on earth are you doing this? But I get it. For me, I get it. They did the Hot Wheels stuff as well, and that was a big hit. So I totally get them going, hey, Lego, are you going to make a Lego racing game again? No, we're sure as hell not doing that.
Let us use your property.
Let's take it.
Stuff.
Why would you not want a great racing game in Forza Horizon, and then for it to be expanded upon in that way? Just looked amazing for me. I really liked the look of it. Would you try it out or not? Not for you at all.
No, I tried out Forza once. It's like Forza's not for me. Yeah. That's it. It looked cool. I'm sure it'll do stuff for some people. I remember a lot of people really like the Hot Wheels stuff, so I'm sure people will really like this as well.
Damn.
So, shout out to them.
Yeah. Next up, with Gears Pop, which was obviously the new mobile game. I mean, I didn't hate the look of it personally. I could see me playing it before bed each night, but it didn't look like it had that much depth. But it does look like it's a paid game, not a free-to-play game, which has me more intrigued than beforehand.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I love Gears of War, number one, so I want to buy it. I have nothing on my phone currently that actually makes me want to play this game. So why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Like, I mean, if it's priced appropriately, I'm thinking maximum £10. Maximum. Like, why not? Like, seriously.
Yeah.
You didn't like the look of it?
It didn't do anything for me. No.
It like I say, it looked like a dumb mobile game. But again, if you can give me dumb mobile game, if it has achievements, then
you're
even
sold.
Even more so. But because like honestly, I do want a game, something I can sort of, I don't know, play while taking a poo, play while on in bed, play like.
Right.
I don't currently have that. Like mobile games, Mario Jump didn't do it for me or whatever that was called. I do love Gears of War, the IP, so I mean it works for me.
Right. Well, for a second, I thought it was going to be a VR game. I'm not going to lie.
Oh.
Because they were killing people and the tags were dropping down. And I was like, oh. But then it was like, oh, it's I don't know what you would classify that game as.
Well, it's versus. It's against other people as well.
Yeah. So, would it be a tower defense?
No, I don't think it's tower
like
defense.
PvP tower defense? No.
Maybe not. It may be. I'm not 100%.
I don't know what I don't know what you classify it as. So.
I like the look of it though, personally. I'll definitely pick it up and give people back a report on my Xbox and me. Next up, State of Decay DLC, which I was not expecting. Why is this game
no
still
Sea
going?
of Thieves, but we saw State of Decay.
I mean, to be fair, Sea of Thieves just announced their big DLC, the story stuff and all that.
Yeah.
So they probably have nothing else to show, where State of Decay had something to show. 2 story DLCs. It's out now. Yeah, that's all I've really got to say about it, if I'm honest with you.
Did it tempt you to go back at all? No.
Unfortunately, that game was so broken at launch, and I hated what they did with the multiplayer, that it really upset me. And it's a shame because, again, I love State of Decay. I love the world, I love the gameplay, but for them to get the multiplayer so wrong really upset me. Really upset me. But yeah, I mean, it was there, so cool. Next up, Chris, I'm sure this is one you can talk about, which is Phantasy Star Online 2.
Man.
Crossplay, spring 2020. Dan Only was going nuts in my chat
let me just say, shout out to all the weebs out there. This game, oh man, I was freaking out.
Is this a big
Phantasy
deal?
Star, it's a pretty big deal. This game has been out in, I don't know where, Japan for a very long time. It coming out here, it coming out to Xbox, it being free to play, all these stuff.
So is it not usually free to play?
I don't know. I don't think it was free to play. No.
Got ya.
I don't know if there was a monthly fee to it or if it was like buy it and play it forever. But it was all free to play, which makes me think, how are they going to monetize this game? Because they're going to figure out a way to monetize it. But it was super exciting. I enjoyed the first Phantasy Star Online when I played it.
So is this okay? So for I'm a total novice, don't understand these games, anything. So is this a new game or is this just coming to the West?
I think this is just coming to the West.
Got you.
I would assume they didn't show any gameplay, which makes it kind of hard to tell.
Dan only's giving me some information there. Japan only, on PC and Vita, free to play.
Free to play. Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Vita. Haven't heard that in a while.
Not on this show, you definitely haven't. Phil Spencer come back out. They then spoke about the new console. No,
that was later.
No, not yet. Sorry. Slimegate. Oh, yeah, that was it. So Phil Spencer come back out. He was talking up this new studio. Slimegate, I think it is. Smilegate. Sorry. It's first on Xbox and it's called Crossfire X. I said I don't really get what this was. Like, it looked like a Kojima type game where nobody has a fucking clue what's going on, and it didn't show me what the word was, and I was like, what the hell?
I don't think it was abstract enough to be a Kojima game, if I'm being honest. Like, Kojima games are like out there. You don't even know it's a military game with a Kojima game. I don't know. Asian mentioned that like it looks like it's supposed to compete with Ghost Recon, which I could see, but like no gameplay, no mention of what the game is. Just sort of like military game, I guess. So
yeah, it had me intrigued, but it didn't do anything for me.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
I mean, I would love to see some gameplay.
Yeah, I don't think the game's like ready for gameplay though, or at least just tell me what the game is. Like, what is it? A third-person shooter? Or is it an XCOM type game? You know, what are we looking at here?
Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. Next up was Tales. What have you got written down?
Ooh, Tales of Arise.
Thank you. I thought I've written it down wrong. Tales of Arise coming 2020. Is this the first time we're getting a Tales game on Xbox?
I think I recall one being on the 360.
Got ya.
I don't think we've had one on Xbox
your type
One
game,
yet, but I don't really remember.
This is why we bring you in, bro. This is where we bring you in. I'm totally lost on these games. Dragon Ball Z, Phantasy Star, and this I was like, yeah, okay. I'm sure people love this.
Yeah, I was super hyped for this, and then I haven't been the biggest fan of Tales games. I've enjoyed them, but then the moment we see that gameplay, I'm like, okay, that gameplay looks clean. Once again, we didn't see a lot of gameplay.
No.
Which is echoing sentiment. The more I think about it, the more I'm like thinking about dropping that 10.
That's fine. 9. You can bring it down. You can bring it down. We'll talk about it again at the end. Sure.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay. But yeah, I was super hyped, super excited. That game looks clean. It looks fun. You got pulling out swords out of women's chests. Cool.
I'm sure. I knew you got that part. Interesting. Then we got Borderlands 3, new trailer, which I didn't need, but cool. It was fun. It was energetic. It was more Borderlands. And then the big news, which was the Commander Lilith DLC being in Borderlands 2. Which, again, I love the fact this happened. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's supposed to try and sell more copies of Handsome Dress Collection. They try to sell that game.
But then why do you put it in Game Pass?
Because it's going to be... You got to think, PlayStation hasn't got Game Pass, so they're going to sell more copies there as well.
But it was just on PlayStation Plus.
Ah.
Like a week ago, like a month ago or something. It was just on yeah.
Interesting.
So I don't know. Maybe it's to build hype for Borderlands 3, but I don't think...
But why do you need to build hype for it?
Yeah, that's my thing. Like, I don't... And go back to Borderlands 2 and make something instead of maybe like a short 30 or 40 minute experience that you can put out and like, here you go.
I mean, I'm more than happy to play it and buy it.
100%,
no problem.
100%. I just don't
why
get
not? But I don't know. It just seems weird.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, For me, it's a case of I'm already hyped for Borderlands 3. I don't need to. For me, it's a case of walking into a restaurant and then them feeding me a bunch of bread, and me going, oh, okay, I've eaten all this bread, and then they want to feed me a main course. I'm like, oh, I'm a little bit full now. Like, I need to wait a little while. I don't need more. Like, I'm hungry for Borderlands 3 right now. So
yeah, I agree. I fully agree.
Love you, Haley. Good night. Next up was Elden Ring. The George Elden Ring. Elden, sorry. I got it written down wrong. Elden Ring. The George R. Martin game. Trailer was cool. No gameplay.
Yeah.
It had me in, though, from the look of it. But again, it's so hard to like say how you're going to commit and if you actually want these things.
If you don't see the gameplay.
We play games.
I think this game's just too early to show off.
It's a shame it leaked.
Which is fine. Man. Yeah.
Shame it leaked. A few things here, shame they leaked. Borderlands, the George R. Martin stuff. What else was shown that I was like, oh man, I wish that didn't leak. There was something else, but I can't remember what it was. But yeah, it was cool. It was cool. Phil Spencer then come back out and spoke about xCloud at E3, saying that a console streaming on xCloud is free this October. And that was it. Like, I didn't get. Did you get anything more from this? Because I didn't understand it.
Yeah. So you know how I talked about how if you have Xbox Live, you'll have the free streaming. No, if you have an Xbox, you have free access to the streaming. So if you have an Xbox and I want to stream to any Xbox, you can do that. And you might say, why would I need to do that?
Yeah.
If I have an Xbox One and the next gen Xbox comes out and I can't play the games, I have an Xbox, I can just stream it to my Xbox. The power of my Xbox doesn't matter.
Got you. Okay.
So this is more so like you don't need to upgrade right away if you don't want to, because your Xbox will be able to stream and you don't have to pay another fee as well. I'm assuming the fee then will be for if you want to play on your PC or if you want to play on your phone, it'll have whatever the fee is.
Got you. I don't think that translated well, honestly.
Maybe I don't know. I understood it right away, so I don't want to.
Maybe I'm just dumb. Maybe I'm just dumb. But I don't think
I wasn't going to call you that. But
I mean, the truth hurts. But yeah, I don't think they did a good job of explaining what this was and how it's important and the price and all that. So when are we getting that? I guess soon. Like,
I'm guessing like the October launch will be sort of the test. Inside Xbox, maybe we get more info.
Not even this Inside Xbox, maybe an Inside Xbox down the line as well.
Yeah, closer to October.
I think if we're being honest, Google did a much better job of explaining what Stadia was compared to Xbox did what xCloud is. Because they mentioned, again, as soon as they mentioned a console, I was like, this is so counterintuitive to what you're trying to achieve here.
Yeah.
Google are going no console, and you're going console. It's like I don't get it. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I think they definitely could have done a better job to explain it, but also like the thing with Stadia is that was Stadia's only job was to sell you on Stadia.
True.
Xbox tried juggling more things here, and they had time left at the end. Like again, we said with the gameplay, maybe they could have spent a little bit more time on cloud.
Yeah.
But I think right now they just wanted gamers to like be into Xbox right now. Like look at all these games we have, and people don't generally like when you spend there however long, 10, 20 minutes talking about UI and talking about xCloud.
Yeah, 100%. This would not have been the place for it, but nonetheless, they need to get out and market this quick.
100%. Correct.
Quick.
Yeah.
Next up, we had a trailer hyping up the new Xbox. We had a bunch of devs and higher-ups at Xbox talking about it, Matt, and a bunch of other higher-ups. And then they come out and spoke about the Zen 2 processor, which is 4 times better than the Xbox One X, they're saying. 120 frames, which is obviously equivalent to PC. 8K resolutions, SSD, ray tracing. They're currently calling it Project Scarlet, and it's coming in 2020 holiday.
Yeah, the more they said, the more, I was feeling it.
I mean, again, I'm not a hardware and tech, not my thing. It seems like there's a reason to buy it. PlayStation come out with their thing in their little blog post thing. How does this compare? Are they pretty similar?
I think it's pretty similar because I remember PlayStation said stuff about ray tracing, and they also had the demo with the load times, which was a big
Spider-Man
thing Microsoft focused as well. Yeah. So I think for next gen, like, we might not visually get something that's that much better, but I do think like load times and your experience in the world will be better. So you'll be able to load more things and whatnot.
So no 2 consoles, I'm guessing.
Doesn't
they would have spoke about it, right? They surely it's...
But with the way they're doing xCloud, I think 2 consoles would be counterintuitive.
Definitely. Oh no, 100%. So, it's an interesting one where we've had all the rumors, which is big and little and and then it's like, no, it's not like, it's just one beefy Xbox.
The little console that the rumors are for could be like the equivalent of like a PlayStation TV or a Google Chrome for streaming.
Bigger than that though.
I know, but that's like the only thing I could think of, like it possibly being. Maybe Microsoft scrapped it altogether.
Possibly. And then obviously, last but not least, Halo is a launch title on the Project Scarlet console coming in 2020, and then we got a look at the new Halo, which, dude, I was shocked. I was super enamored with it. Even chat was like, "Fix, you seem super into this," and I was like, "This looks amazing and really cool."
They were telling a good story with it.
That's what I thought.
I'll be honest. I thought the guy was gonna die the whole time. I was like, they gave this great story about him, his daughter, and his wife, and like, guy's about to die, and then Master Chief's gonna come in afterwards.
Yeah, it was just.
But no,
I was just like, wow.
I wonder if because you don't have Cortana anymore. He doesn't have the AI in his helmet. I wonder if this guy will replace Cortana.
So is that a story thing?
Yeah, I think it's easier to like get attached to this guy and his perspective on things because he's a human. He's like, he's not Master Chief.
Got you.
Right, he's not a Spartan.
Got you.
So maybe it adds more of an interesting story element. But I don't know.
She'll be back.
Probably.
Obviously.
In some way, you know. But yeah, I think this game like did a really good job of pushing story, which is really what they went for, and I didn't think they would.
Well, I kind of wasn't expecting that at all. I was, again, I'm not a Halo guy. It just doesn't usually do it for me, and this really did it for me. Like, literally, I was like, oh wow, this seems really interesting, and this seems actually really cool, and what is this? Like, for someone who's on the outside and doesn't really understand, it's like him saying, oh yeah, we lost the mission and all that, and I'm like, what? And then obviously I know that it's a Halo rig and it's broke, but I don't understand what that actually means. So I'm like, what does that mean? And I'm like, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It was just super like, oh, okay, I really need to pay attention and to play these games, like, from start to finish. It's time for me to sit down and play these goddamn games.
1 and 2 are definitely really good. 3 is good as well. 4 is good if you're really into the universe. It's not like I've not
played Halo before. I've played Halo before, but I don't know. It's just a weird one. It's something I love, but it's just a weird one.
I hear that.
What about you? What did you think of it?
I liked it. I really liked it. No gameplay, sadly. I really thought we were going to get a bit of gameplay at the end there.
We know what Halo is.
No, we know what Halo will look like 100%. I don't think we need it. It's just, I wanted some gameplay during this conference.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, I liked it nonetheless. I think the point of this was for the story bit, to connect you with the story and everything, and which it did a really good job of. Yeah. Definitely. A good way to end it.
Great.
I was kind of disappointed afterwards. We had another 25 minutes. That's the only thing. Like, I like the ending.
It's confirmed 2 hours.
True. I'm assuming they booked the 2-hour slot just in case.
Well, something goes wrong.
Because they messed around with it. Yeah.
Whatever. Like, you got to. I mean, Microsoft got that Microsoft money. They can do what they want. They got that fuck you money, bro.
Very true.
All right. Well, we're at the end now of that. Okay. Where are you with your? We said you come in at a 10. We've now come down off that hype. You get to settle down a bit. I come in at 8. I'm sticking at 8. I think they showed great games. Not enough gameplay for me. No console reveal really. They didn't do a good job of explaining XCloud. They didn't, like I say, I think they did some great stuff here, and they're definitely building a great future for Xbox and gaming as a whole. Remember, without Xbox, we don't get crossplay. Without Xbox, we don't get cross progression. Without Xbox, we don't get any of that, and they did stress that again in this. Game Pass is huge, and Game Pass is here to stay. And if you don't have Game Pass, I think you're messing up. I think they've just given everyone a reason now to have Game Pass Ultimate, which I never thought I would touch with a barge pole. But if you're going to give me PC games in Game Pass...
Yeah, as well. That was really big for me as well.
Why would I not do it? Like, £15 a month or whatever it is. Gold, PC Game Pass, and Xbox Game Pass. It's a no-brainer.
Sold.
No-brainer. Give me a yearly subscription. That's what I'm waiting for now. I don't want this monthly stuff. Give me a 6-month or a year, please.
Even 3-month would be better than
No, I don't want
monthly.
that. I want 6 months and a year.
I agree. 6 months in a year would be amazing. I don't think we'll ever get a year. I think at best we get 6 months.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I definitely think I dropped down from a 10 to 9.
9?
The more we were going through, and we kept talking about stuff, and it's like, not a lot of gameplay.
Fair
not
enough.
a lot of gameplay. But yeah, I really liked it. There was honestly, like the Phantasy Star, the Dragon Ball Z, and the Tales.
Minecraft.
Really even Minecraft.
Minecraft was huge. I don't give a what nobody says. Minecraft Dungeons looked amazing.
It looked fun. It looked fun. That's really what it was. It looked fun, and I was like, this just needs to be co-op. This just needs to be co-op. And then you see the guy reviving the character. I'm like, yes, I will definitely get this game. I'll play it with Fix.
Yes. Oh yeah.
I'll find a way to annoy him in it.
Oh, I'm done.
Try and steal his diamond.
And of course, they showed Football Manager, so that's all that matters. That is all that matters. Thank you all so much for watching. Let's plug, and get ourselves out of here. Krish, what have you got to plug this week? Don't go anywhere, really, chat. We're still live. But please.
Same thing as earlier. Twitch.tv/Kreshnik. And Twitter @KresnikPlays.
Twitter @KresnikPlays indeed. Remember, you can find me everywhere @MCFixer. If you like what I do, I'm a full-time content creator here on Twitch, YouTube, and I have a Patreon. Patreon.com/MCFixer is what keeps the lights on, is what keeps this show going. If you can support, please consider doing so. Without it, this doesn't happen. I don't get to sit here for 8 hours, 10 hours, 11 hours and do all this great E3 content. So it only happens because of Patreon supporters. Obviously, I want to give a huge shout out to my Patreon producer this month and most of the time, which is Mike Lynch. Big shout out to everyone in chat and Twitch chat. And yeah, thank you all for listening to the show. And I will see you all again for the Bethesda showcase, Crash. See you then.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.